Okay, we're back again here at the Greatest Sports Channel, and we're continuing on with the greatest NBA single seasons. And this is the second video. We're on to number 63, LeBron James again, the second time he's been listed. Let's see, in 1908-09, 28 points, 7 boards, 7 assists. Was the 63rd best single season of all time. And again, the way we do this is add together the points, rebounds, assists, blocks, steals, subtract turnovers, and divide by minutes played. So we're getting productivity per minute. 64th, again, another Walt, or 65th actually, after David Robinson, another Walt Bellamy. Again, he did not rank that extremely high on the all-time list, but here was another fantastic season. His second season, 62 to 63, 27.16 boards, 2.9 assists. Then 66 is Julius Erving, again an ABA year, where he averaged 31.9 points, 12 boards, 4 assists. Another Bob McAdoo was 67th, 26 points, 12 boards, 2 rebounds. Then we had a Shaquille O'Neal, and let's see, another Bob Lanier year. Don Brill will be happy to hear this. Bob Lanier's 69th best, 25 points, 11 boards, 3 assists, 76-77 year for Detroit. Let's see, then we're going on. Another McAdoo year where he averaged 25 points, 12 boards. Another McGinnis year, again, as we mentioned in the first video, McGinnis is not in the Hall of Fame. Apparently, he didn't get along with players or wasn't considered a team player, but it's just amazing he's not in the Hall of Fame. 71st best season of all time, 23 points, 12 boards, 4 assists, and 75-76 for the Philadelphia 76ers. An absolute ratio of 1.13. Then another Rick Barry year in the NBA, 30 points, 5 boards, 6 assists. Another Shaquille year. Then a Charles Barkley year. Again, Barkley ranked very high in the all-time list. He, in 92-93, averaged 25 points, 12 boards, 5 assists. And then 75th, John Drew, who we had as the 20th best player of all time. Only played 28 minutes a game in his entire career. In 74-75, averaged 18 points, 10 boards, 1.8 assists. John Drew is not in the Hall of Fame. I was wondering why. After 8 seasons, he got kicked out of the league for excessive cocaine use and is completely and forever banned from basketball. So he was our 20th best player of all time, and he's not in the Hall of Fame. Then we got another Shaquille. Then we have a Magic Johnson at 77, 23.6 boards, 12 assists a game in 1986-87. Then we have another John Drew year, 75-76 for the Hawks, 21 points, 8 boards, 1.9 assists. Then we have a Kevin Garnett, 79th best single season of all time, 24 points, 13 boards, 5 assists in 03-04 with Minnesota. Then another McGinnis year, again, as I said, another guy not in the Hall of Fame, 21 points, 11 boards, 3.8 assists. Then another Shaquille and a David Robinson. And then finally a Billy Cunningham, who we had ranked very high in the all-time list. In 69-70 for Philadelphia in the NBA, 26 points, 13.6 rebounds, which is amazing, 4.3 assists. Then we had another Bill Walton year, 18 points, 13 boards, 5 assists. The 77-78 year, the following season, but he only played 58 games that year. And Walton had a very injury-prone career, but did get in the Hall of Fame. Only scored 6,000 career points, so it's really interesting if that opens the door for other players down the road. Then we have another Bob Lanier year. Don Brill will be happy to hear. 85th best single season of all time in 74-75. Averaged 24 points, 12 boards, 4.6 assists. Then we have a Jordan, an Oscar Robertson, a Pettit. Then finally a Tom Heinsohn at 89, because we had Tom Heinsohn as the, I can't remember if he was the 20th best player of all time. I said it was John Drew, but it was Tom Heinsohn. 22 points, 9.5 rebounds, 2.1 assists, and played not very many minutes. The Celtics used a platoon team play. So Tom Heinsohn ranked very high in our all-time list. This season he had a 1.11 productivity absolute rating. Then we had another David Robinson and a Rick Barry at 91. 34 points, 9 boards, 3.9 assists. In 68-69 for Oakland. That was in the ABA. And let's see, going on down, some guys we haven't mentioned yet. Moses Malone had a 96 best single season. In 81-82 for Houston, 31 points, 14 boards, 1.8 assists. Then another Dr. J, 27 points, 10 boards, 5 assists. That was for New York in the ABA. Then we have an Alex English finally, and I forget if McGinnis was traded for Alex English, or if it was, let's see. Yes, I think it was McGinnis that was traded for Alex English. Alex English is in the Hall of Fame. 98th best. In 82-83, had 28 points, 7 rebounds, and 4.8 assists. Then we finally have another LeBron year at 99. In 07-08, 30 points, 7.9 rebounds, 7.2 assists. Then finally we have a Bill Russell year at 101. 16 points, 22 rebounds, and 2.9 assists. And then just going down looking for guys we haven't mentioned so far because we got a lot of repeaters here. We have Larry Bird, LeBron again, and Lou Alcindor. Dan Issel finally, 22 points, 8 boards, 2 assists in 76-77. That was with Denver in the NBA. And then going down, we have another Bill Walton, Magic, Elgin Baylor, Charles Barkley, and then another Clyde Lovelet, who's just surprising 11th best player of all time. In 60-61, averaged 22 points, 10 rebounds, 2.6 assists in relatively low minutes. And then further down, we have Jerry West at 115, 31 points, 7.1 rebounds, surprisingly, 6.1 assists in 1965-66. And then still going down, looking for more new guys. There was a Tom Heinsohn year here again at 125. Another Dr. J down at 127. Another ABA year there. Then we have a Kobe Bryant finally at 131. The year he scored 35 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists in 05-06, but played a lot of minutes. So he had an absolute ratio of 1.08. Let's see if finally, then we have another Lanier year down here, 136 best in 72-73, 23 points, 15 rebounds, 3 assists. He had a 1.08 absolute rating in that year. And then finally, another guy not in the Hall of Fame, 137th best single season of all time, Spencer Haywood, had an injury-prone career. He's not in the Hall of Fame. In this year, in 69-70, in the ABA, 30 points a game, 19.5 boards, which is amazing, 2.3 assists. And let's see, going down further, finally we have an Elvin Hayes year in 141, 70-71 with the San Diego NBA team. 28 points, 16 boards, 2 assists. Then we have a Bernard King finally in 84-85, 32 points, 5 boards, 3 assists. And then finally we have a Connie Hawkins. I think this was his MVP season in the ABA for, I think it was Minneapolis, 68-69. He averaged 30 points a game, 11 rebounds, and 3.9 assists. Then we have another Billy Cunningham and Jerry West. 2 more Clyde Lovellette years, really amazing. He had a short career, possibly 8 years he only played, but he did make the Hall of Fame. Then we have another Spencer Haywood at 160 in 72-73. Now this is in the NBA. 29 points a game, 13 rebounds, 2 assists. And we have another Oscar Robertson. And let's see if I can find any other interesting, unique guys we haven't mentioned so far. Kevin Garnett is 167 in 02-03, 23 points, 13 boards, 6 assists. And then at 170, Nate Archibald did not rank real high in our overall rankings, did not high at all. He had a very long career, and his career really fell off over time. But in this year, in 72-73 for Kansas City, averaged 34 points, 2 rebounds, and 11.4 assists. So that was just an unbelievable year. And then again, a Spencer Haywood for Seattle in 73-74, 23 points, 13 boards, 3 assists, and as we mentioned, not in the Hall of Fame. And then just looking down to see if there's any others. Pete Maravich, again, not many guards have been on this list, again, just like the all-time career list. But Maravich in 76-77 averaged 31 points, 5 boards, 5 assists. And then another Maravich year right down here, 27 points, 5 boards, 5 assists again. So let's see if there's any others that we haven't mentioned on this list. Jerry Lucas at 213th, best single season of all time. In 65-66 for Cincinnati, 21 points, 21 rebounds, which is really amazing, and 2 assists. As we mentioned in the all-time list, Jerry Lucas averaged 15 points, 15 rebounds for his entire career. And then just of interest, John Drew again is listed in 76-77, averaged 24 points, 9 boards, and 1.8 assists. Again, he's not in the Hall of Fame. So that was the second video of NBA greatest seasons of all time.